Oh, you barely made it, dude. My name is Aislynn Jamison Campbell, and I have had an extreme passion for wellness my entire life. And my family is very interested in self-reliance. The name of the farm is Freedom Harvest Farms. That's the name we came up with back in 2010. So back in 2010, after having some conversations about family legacy and decisions we were going to make as a family, my parents found this piece of property. At that time, myself and my ex-husband out as well, and we came and looked at the property, and my brother and pretty much everybody just kind of said, yeah, this looks like a really good place. My parents would have an opportunity to retire here, and I had intentions of getting involved in small-scale agriculture education. Had no idea where that would end up taking me, but that's how we ended up here. And it was the idea that we as a family wanted to harvest our own freedom. I mean, really, that's what it was about. In 2021, I was able to get back on the land out here after developing a nonprofit in Corpus Christi and developing a small scale agriculture network already in this community that didn't exist before that. Then I felt like I got to come back to the farm. And so then in 2021, I was able to get back out here to the farm. And over the years, I've just managed to come into a space where I can start developing it into what I want. And the thing is education is always going to be a top priority, but intentional community is just kind of where my heart space is. It's how I want to share it. It's the way that I think. I think when I discovered the term regenerative, and they were using it specifically for soil health and agriculture and stuff like that, but then when I began to understand what regeneration is about, that became the guiding force for how I move through this world in abundance and energy and all of those things. If you asked this community what I do, I'm a gardener. And I think that's funny because I've had to kind of retrain people a lot of times because I do garden and I'm kind of almost a savant about gardening. Like I could teach it so well. But at the same time, that's just my therapy. Like it's my wellness. Well, let's be real. How honest can we be here? I'm an OG head, right? And when you learn that you're gonna like eat all the time, you start trying to figure out how to eat good food, right? Like good quality food, food that's not gonna make you sick all the time. And so that was kind of the drawing force into me really loving food and putting food as like the top priority, like where I spent my money. Like I don't buy Louis Vuitton bags. I buy Aislynn Campbell's green beans, like that's, that's how I roll through life. Really the only true wellness organization in town, I was the leader of it and I wasn't well. And I thought, okay, well, how do I fix that problem? The first thing that had to happen was that I had to make space for myself. So I had to gracefully exit Grow Local, so retire from that. I hadn't gotten into a place where I had created the boundaries I needed to create. So once I got past that part, like I gracefully exited the nonprofit. I found my way of creating boundaries. I started working on my physical health, wellness, and things like that were affected, and they were already changing because of the stress of that. But then I discovered that like I also had other things in my life that I need, like personal things within my like relationship status. I can only be well if I'm the person that's responsible for what's making me sick. Once I discovered that kind of stuff, once I took my life back over, basically, everything has changed. And now I just told somebody the other day, like, I live in my dream. But that doesn't mean that I don't go through pain. It doesn't mean that shit doesn't happen that makes me really sad. It doesn't mean that I won't lose people that I love. But all of that stuff has led me to just being able to communicate to the world that there is an opportunity to create the wellness that you're looking for. When I say wellness, I mean mind, body, spirit. I'm talking about healing as a species, healing as a universal consciousness, like healing, like truly moving on to the next phase of what we are.